Hi, welcome to Unplugged with Geraldo and Darren.
We have a lot of amazing guests today, so let's get started. Joining us now, actor Michael To from Tribeca's hit film, Lucky Grandma. He's also on the NBC show Blindspot. Michael has his own production company and is an award-winning filmmaker. Thanks for being on our show today, Michael.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm so excited to talk to you. Tell us a little bit about Lucky Grandma and your role as Little Handsome. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Well, you are handsome.
Yeah,
You're not
thank
little,
you,
but
thank
you
you.
are handsome.
Yes.
You are handsome.
Thank you. So it's about an 82-year-old ornery Chinese grandma in Chinatown who just lost her husband. She's left with nothing, so she kind of takes a little risk and then gets involved in this like Chinatown gangster stuff. And that's where I come in. I play one of the scary. Her main nemesis.
It's actually filmed in Chinatown, correct?
Yeah, New York Chinatown. It was.
Wow.
I mean, that's like it's literally like another lead character. I mean, Chinatown was. It's a character in itself, no doubt.
Wow.
Do you normally play like humoristic roles, or are you really serious? Because you being like a tough like gang guy doesn't really.
What are you saying?
Yeah, you're so nice. It seems, like you're just so sweet. I feel like I just want to buy you something.
You're so little handsome.
Yeah, you're so little handsome.
Good thing I'm already cast.
Yeah, thank God, thank God.
But it's a dramedy, so I actually play mix. I play the kind of more serious characters too, and then kind of like the joking. I played a crazy Japanese business guy in Unfinished Business with Dave Franco. So it's got a mix. Mix of stuff.
Do you prefer film or TV? Which one do you have a preference for?
I think I like film. TV's when you come in as a guest star, or kind of it's like I liken it to when you come in to someone's house and you're like visiting as a guest. You kind of come in, they've got their stuff going on. You come in and you visit for a little bit and you leave.
Right.
But with a film, no matter what your role is, it's just this one project. So to me, I think film is my preference.
So Lucky Grandma's in the Tribeca Film Festival. Tell us a little about that festival. I know it won an award, the AT&T Award, which is great and fantastic. What was it like being there? What was the energy? What was the vibe?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, this was my first time at the film festival. I mean, Tribeca, AT&T Tribeca. Lucky Grandma won the $1 million contest, for script contest. So right away they had a great start, and I mean there's so much energy being in the city and with Robert De Niro's film festival and all the famous stars and all that sort of thing, the red carpet, so much fun.
So I understand that you're not only an actor, but you're a financial planner as well, right? I mean,
okay.
How do you mix the both? I mean, how did that start? Were you a financial planner first, and then you evolved into an actor, or vice versa?
Sure.
How did that happen?
So I've done that for like 20 years, and it's when you've used one side of your brain for so long, you kind of need the other side. So the creative side, I've always had it. I just never. It was kind of hidden there for a little bit. And as an actor as a kid, and had to kind of do the kind of traditional route. But then after I got my my business established, then after a while I'm like, it's time to get that other side to blossom a little bit.
Man, you're a man of many hats. I really like this. And you have your own production company.
I do, yeah.
And so when did you start that, and what kind of projects do you want to get involved in? And
Sure. Well, partly as an actor, you're helping someone else tell their story.
Right.
And so from the production side as a producer, you can actually tell your own stories from my lens. And especially as an Asian American, most of the stuff that we don't really have our stories told as much as the stories that are out there. So being our own producer with my partner Taya Arboleta, we could kind of give those stories, get those stories to life. And right now we're working on a featured doc with this comedian Joe Wong, who's one of the most famous comedians in the world, but actually not that well known in the U.S. So it's a great story.
It sounds like to me like the Asian influence is really becoming into this country. Tell us a little bit more about why that is happening. Was it always happening? Was never paid attention to? What's making it be so in focus these days?
Yeah, so I mean, we went through like when I grew up, there was no Asians on TV. Asian Americans. I'm fourth generation American, and there was no Asians on TV. And I wouldn't feel people who looked like me on screen, or they're really stereotyped. And now things are finally starting to change. You had a great, amazing year in Hollywood this year. So many more projects that are showing characters who look like myself in nuanced roles, not just a stereotypical restaurant worker or gang guy. It's much more lead roles, which is great.
What type of roles do you normally go after?
I mean, I've done it. So this is my 10th year as an actor. So I've kind of gone. I started out doing all the stereotypical stuff, but and it's to get started fine, but as an actor now who's been in the business now, it's more about trying to get nuanced roles, people with characters with arc, characters who are not always just stereotypical characters that you really can dive deep into, that are not just surface characters. So it's been great to have that opportunity.
That's
So
awesome.
I know you're a husband and you're a father of 3 daughters.
Good for
How
you.
challenging is that? Tell us.
I mean,
That's
3
gotta be the
daughters.
hardest job. I know that.
That is tough. I mean, my wife, my 3 daughters, my grandmother lives with me. She has she has a female caretaker, so I'm definitely outnumbered. I would get a male dog, but I'm allergic.
Male cat. The estrogen is alive and well in there.
I need male fish. That's what I
Yes,
need.
you do. How do you balance all of that, though?
I've always been like that where it has. I've always needed things to do. Like I'm not a person who can kind of stay quiet. So it's always like my mind always needs to be running. And if I wasn't, I'd be do something. I'd be I don't know, building something. I don't know.
something, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is why New York City is good for
That's
you.
why New York's
Yeah.
great,
You
right?
You never sleep and you're always
right.
moving on.
Do you have any projects coming up that we should know about?
Yeah. So I after this, I'm going to be heading back to Boston. I'm shooting a TV show with Chris Evans, who just came out off
wow.
Emergence. It's called Defending Jacob. And then in a few weeks, I'm in a movie called Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
I am
Wow.
so excited
Yeah,
to see
I'm
all
so
that. I
excited,
want to see
too.
Lucky Grandma. And do you get your butt kicked?
No, I kick ass.
You kick ass. That's what we need, right?
I'm the one doing all that stuff,
Well, Michael, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
us
for
today. I
being
really
here.
appreciate it.
Good
So
luck to you.
excited to see you.
Yeah.
Still to come, we have actress Carlise Burke from the TV shows Crowded, Ballers, and Switched at Birth. Carlise also has been in hit films Jumanji and The Backup Plan.
Stay with us. When we come back, Carlise will tell us about her new horror film, Child's Play.